Hi, and warm welcome to a Quantum Astrology report with me, Ivar Kristoffersson, for the period the 2nd to the 4th of May 2018. We had this magnificent full moon in Scorpio, the Wesak full moon, celebrating unity. Fantastic energies felt so strong in me all the way the days before, and coming up now to ground it here in our lives. So I will do a little different report this time, you will see. So I share the 2nd of May. We have Sun soon at 12 degrees of Taurus, the bull, and it's here in Sweden, 2nd of May, midday, noon, 12. Taurus is the royal sign ruled by Venus and Isis, and it's Earth, and it's fixed and comes after the seed, the quantum I am, creation of areas, and it's to grow and to nurture and to ground and to be worthy. Because to really grow, to really expand, we need to have a consciousness of worthiness. This corresponds also to the 2nd house in the astrology. And I will come back more to the sun here, our worth. We have the moon. It was the magic full moon here in Scorpio, and then the conjunction with Jupiter, and now moon has gone into Sagittarius. The wisdom sign of Sagittarius, the flexible fire, to show the truth for not only individuals. This is now, after Scorpio, we leave the personal and we go into the collective to show the wisdom, the truth, the expansion of knowledge, the Sagittarius. It's also the centaur, Chiron, the sign, the symbol of Sagittarius. And the Chiron we have here at 0 degrees of Aries, healing our individual wounds in this coming 8 years. The moon now is activating the royal fixed star Antares here. And you remember we had the Buddha full moon here. And the moon is now at Antares, and opposite is Venus, directly at the fixed royal star Aldebaran, and that's the Buddha star, Aldebaran. It's the Taurus, in Taurus, that it has moved in Western astrology, and it's the 3rd eye, it's the eye of the bull. And this is the illumination, the light that illuminates and gives the truth. And just as a little minor example, as an light worker, I was to do this video, and then I had such a lousy image on the screen when I should start. So has to be the lens. So I cleaned my lens, the camera lens, on the computer, and clear. And that's what we do with ourselves. We polish and polish and polish. Accept, surrender, breathe, and clean. And we need to get that body-mind connection to really let energy in. And there's a lot about that. I heard such a great teaching about the body-mind mastering by Leela something on Facebook yesterday. Thank you very much. And it's important that we take care of our body. That's the Taurus side. And the illumination here now with Venus here at Aldebaran, the divine feminine, the love energy at the light. It's the union, now also after the full moon. The full moon was the unity between Buddha, the light, and Christ, the sun. And now we have this here, the Aldebaran, the illumination, the third eye, and Venus, the love planet, activating this, and moon at Antares. And we have a very important polarity here, duality to heal between Antares and Aldebaran. And these are very, very old symbols, these fixed stars. It's not in ordinary history, astrology, they say that the pyramids are from 3, 4, 5,000. You have heard of Mesopotamia, etc. But it's much, much older, this history of humankind on Earth. Go and check Graham Hancock on YouTube. Graham Hancock on YouTube, Lost Civilizations, several very important and great videos. And it was Atlantis here 50,000 years ago to around 10,500 years ago, and some says that it is Atlantis because we have a hierarchy. Before that it was Lemurian, 90,000 years yet, or even more back to 50,000 in Pacific Ocean, and Atlantis, of course, was in the Atlantic Ocean. But Atlantis was a world society connecting all of this world. And then there was the catastrophe, the fall of Atlantis, and those very evolved beings saved themselves. The ice is melted. Here in Sweden we had the big ice age, no, small ice age, I think it's called. But it melted very quickly, so the oceans rise 100, 150 meters. It's of course the Noah's Ark. And those beings went to Egypt, went to Asia, went to South America, Central America, and created communities and pyramids, etc., all over these places. And you can see Graham Hancock connecting that together. And that was around 10,000 years, 10,000 years ago. And it was in the age of Cancer, beginning of age of Cancer. So you can check those up and go back to the old knowledge, also do your own investigation. Where you have your Pluto is also saying a lot about your old lives. And if you have Uranus retrograde, that's a sign in your birth chart. Uranus retrograde, that's a sign you were in Atlantis. And we probably were. Now, this illumination, the Aldebaran, it's so strong energy to shine a light. It's the Archangel Michael. And the leader of the archangels, and it's the Buddha star. So we connect with the full moon. And opposite here at this time, moon is activating Antares. The moon, our emotions and intuition, and Antares is the archangel Uriel. No, sorry. And it's the interdimensional portal to other galaxies also, and to other dimensions. The Andromeda galaxy has an incarnation here, to come here or to leave in this point here. It is also said that the original Elohims, the beings that created the original fractals, has a home here at Aldebaran, the fixed royal star Aldebaran. This period now, with Sun at 11 degrees of Taurus, and Uranus soon going into Taurus, that will be the 15th of May. And it will be a lot of revealing of old knowledge. And we have a Sun in an opposition to Jupiter. It's coming up closer and closer to opposition. Jupiter and Scorpio, it's all about finding, expanding that secret knowledge, the hidden truths that we need to learn from to be able to ascend in this magical time, the change from the age of Pisces to the age of Aquarius. So I want to go a little more into, because the rest is fairly the same. We have the North Node and the South Node soon going into 9 degrees, leaving 10 degrees of Leo. The illumination, the creation of ourself, the Leo energy, the royal, to stand in our own light, our own love. I want to go into a little more about Taurus, the Earth here. We have this Atlantis period that is a memory that can be painful, but try to see it as a part of the evolution, a part of an experiment in duality. And so we can learn from it, and now we can use that knowledge to ascend in a more wider perspective, not only a hierarchy, but creating the age of Aquarius, smaller communities with independence. So Atlantis was very evolved with crystals, you all know that. They had a whole system. It was a golden age of Earth, because every being, not only the evolved priest, but all was blessed with this crystal structure of the Earth. And when the fall was close, there was a helping hand from the Syrians and the Arcturians to help, and the Pleiadians, those three, to help to move the crystals with the priest. It was a secret project to move the biggest crystals from Atlantis, from Poseidon, the island, to different part of this earth, and they have been hidden in the ground in other dimensions since then, but they have been activated now, these old, very big crystals from the Atlantis, fall of Atlantis, some 10,500 years ago. And one of these crystals was the blue crystal of knowledge. It's a temple crystal. It's now in Talima Ridge, And the emerald crystal is below Mount Marga, the heart center of Arkansas, that we have a lot of very powerful crystalline structure in the ground. And the platinum crystal, the biggest one, is beneath ground in a magnetic area of Eureka Springs. And this platinum, they was then saved before the catastrophe, just before, and moved here. And the platinum crystal was activated 2011, and the 11th of November. And that date is a very, very important date in my personal and my daughter's personal history here on Earth. This platinum crystal is creating a bioplasma field, conscious field. And it's 100 meters in height. It reaches the cosmic. And its energy was enlarged to grow up until 12. So 12 of the crystals of Atlantis was saved, and then there are 12 sub-crystals, and they are placed around Earth to form this 144 crystal grid, the geometric. And you can read about this in the story of the fall of Atlantis. It's Archangel Metatron, and it's a channeler, James Tiburon. So you can find it on internet if you search for the story of the fall of Atlantis. It's a great story. So we have this activation of the crystal net. And that's what we're connecting with, and what we also are changing now in the ascension, because the wars, the terrible things, they are stored, crystalline, they're stored. So we have to transform that with the Gemini, Aldebaran energy of transformation, the interconnection in us, and to heal and to give the polarities a 0 point, to find that one. And we also have a system on Earth with chakras, the Earth chakras. You can also find them on internet. And the first, and that's very much the Taurus knowledge and the eye of the spiritual eye, the eye of the bull, the Aldebaran, to illuminate this now when Uranus comes into Taurus and when Sun is in opposition to Jupiter retrograde in Scorpio. So the first Earth chakra is Mount Shasta. And it's the primal one, and it's also the cascade mountains from Mount Shasta and north all the way up to Seattle. As you know, and it's said that Lemurians live underneath Mount Shasta, as it's said that we have Agatha people in the Earth, fifth dimensional people living in Earth. There are several very truthful books and stories about Earth people meeting the Agatha people inside the Earth. Mount Shasta, the first Earth chakra. The second Earth chakra is Lake Titicaca. And it's the sexual one. It's the primal for creating new life. Lake Titicaca in Peru, Bolivia. I've been there once. I've never been at Mount Shasta. I have to go there. The third is Uluru and Chuta in Australia. The third chakra, it's the world solar plexus chakra. And the heart chakra, the fourth chakra, is Glastonbury and Shaftesbury in England, Western Europe, and they are not, the Earth chakras are not only concentrated, it's main energy in that region, but it's big energy circles from that spheres, from that place. So it's affecting the whole of Europe, the heart chakra here. And the fifth chakra, the throat chakra, is the Great Pyramid, Mount Sinai, and Mount Olives. The Great Pyramid, the fifth Earth chakra. The sixth Earth chakra is a mobile, activated, changing place at the beginning of every new age. So in the age of Pisces, the sixth chakra, that's the third eye, Aldebaran, Royal Fixed Star Aldebaran. And at the age of Pisces then, this chakra was at the Great Pyramid, Mount Sinai. And now it's moving to Glastonbury, to the heart of Earth chakras. And the seventh chakra, the crown chakra, is Mount Kailas, the most sacred mountains in Himalayas, the Tibetan crown chakra of Earth. And you can read much more about this. There are sub-chakras also. And I recommend to visit those places and to meditate and use that energy for transformation, especially when we have portal openings. So this was a little different report today. I hope you enjoy the energies and find the joy and the love in your life, and be kind to yourself. It's a great process. It's an ascension process. I saw a very funny image of one little baby who said that it was a great idea to incarnate in an ascension time. Why did I incarnate in an ascension period? And sometimes we can really ask ourselves that one. We are doing a great job. Thank you very much for listening. Bye-bye.